Well, today is Transit Drivers Appreciation Day. The annual event has a special meaning this year as transit drivers are some of the frontline workers most exposed to COVID-19. Marco D'Angelo is the CEO of the Canadian Urban Transit Association. He joins me from Toronto. Marco, happy Transit Drivers Appreciation Day to you. Talk to me about these critical frontline workers.
Well, thank you very much. It is an annual event, but of course this year it has a very special meaning given that transit operators are on the front line of the COVID-19 outbreak, helping essential workers get to and from their jobs every day.
With this pandemic now, and again, sadly, we are hearing more and more numbers. What's the concern here? We understand the Toronto Transit Commission, for example, is now saying that, drivers can wear masks because, again, they're being exposed to so many different people. But what is the concern here as we are dealing with this pandemic?
Well, different systems are taking different measures. They're stepping up disinfecting of buses and trains. Deep cleaning is occurring at the end of service days, and of course, every city is in constant contact with their local public officials to get the very latest and best advice, and following that.
What are you hearing from drivers yourself? Those that are working, is there a level of concern, or some of them saying that they prefer not to work?
There have been a few instances of to speak to every system, but certainly everybody's concerned about the health, about this pandemic, and we're taking a lot of different steps, like encouraging operators to use rear door boarding, installing shields around the operator, also promoting social distance by taking the seats immediately behind the driver, for example, out of service, to really provide those safeguards as much as possible.
And what else, if passengers want to know what else they can do, for example, if they are on that, that bus, that form of transit, what they can do to keep themselves safe, but also the drivers as well, and the people around them, what would your advice be?
Well, I would say to keep touching to a minimum, and coughing into your arm, really following the advice that the medical officers of health have been giving. It's no different in any public space. Transit, of course, it's a short duration, but there are a number of people on there. And from what I've seen by taking transit myself, over this past week, is people are taking it really seriously and being very responsible communities.
Yeah, it's such important information, and we tend not to realize, when you are on a transit bus or a train, how much you end up touching, how much, air that you're sharing and whatnot. But it is really important information, and also for us to recognize what these frontline workers are doing, getting people to and from one place to another and ensuring that everyone is safe. And it's great, as you've mentioned there, making sure that the area is clean. Marco D'Angelo, CEO of the Canadian Urban Transit Association. Great having you on the program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.